What's going on, family? What's going on? How y'all doing out there tonight? It's Thursday night. I want to thank everybody for watching Sports Talk with B. Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts, known with Greg Said It. Don't forget, JR has something to do with his daughter tonight, a recital. So it's just me and Greg tonight, and we gonna give y'all what we got. One thing I ask you to sit back and relax and enjoy the next 50 minutes of this show. I want to say hello to the chat. Everybody down in the chat. I see Miss Patty Lee, Miss Carolyn Shepard. What's going on? Don Adam, Tim Isaac. Philly Smith is in the building. What's going on, chick? I love CC. Miss Crystal Wise Williams is here. Big Red, what's up? Janice Pearson, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing? Appreciate you for rocking with us tonight. Miss Nita Butler, what's going on? Hope everything is well. Hope y'all well. V01, I see you. Appreciate you tonight. Miss Fat to you. Came to go. What's going on? How you doing? Miss Deborah Taylor, I see you. Peter, what's up, Peter? Been missing you. Ring my bell. What's going on? Hey, we ain't gonna hold y'all alone tonight because my eye is killing me. Every time, man, I don't know. They say I'm watching this laptop too much and be on that phone too much, man. That's got my eyes all irritated. But we're going to get it on with the get on. Hey, I know JR is missing, but guess what? My dog popped up. You already know who it is. Uncle Steve is in the house. My dog. What's going on, partner?
What's going on, V Watch? What's going on, man? It's a good day to be a CU buff today, baby. Let's get this thing started.
Let's get it on started because you called that thing out to us. When I seen it, I said, damn, I got to give this dude credit because he called it out to you tonight. But anyway, hey, man, Greg probably backstage eating, so whenever he get through eating, he'll pop up. Let's go and get this show started. Uncle Steve, we talking about Shedeur Sanders getting ready to go up against Cam Ward. Now, as you see how Shedeur has performed in the last two games, what's your expectation of his performance against one of his closest friends, Cam Ward, and the Tennessee Titans come the time?
Well, I expect Shedeur to be a professional. I expect him to come in there and make the plays that he need to make. Don't make this more complicated than what it is. All Shedeur need to do when he got shots, take his shot. Cleveland run the football, run it down their throat. He do play action, hit your tight end, hit your receiver, and call it a day. Make this game quick and easy, get it over with, and get to the next one. That's all I expect from Shedeur. Back to you, B.Y.
Greg, talk to me. What kind of game you expect Shedeur and Cam Ward to have?
I expect Cam Ward to run. I expect the type. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I do.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I hear sound like an outdoor sound or something like some wind blowing.
No, you sound good.
Okay. Yeah, I expect him to run for his life. You know, that menace of a defense that Cleveland have. And,
yeah.
Are they playing at home?
Yeah, they're playing in Cleveland.
Make sure this mic is right. So they got another home game. Maybe, hopefully, the weather's better. Yeah, it do sound like the wind. Y'all hear that?
No, you sound good to me.
I'm talking about this sound period. It sounds like the wind blowing somewhere. Like we in Cleveland somewhere. But anyway, yeah, that's what I expect. A hard time. And that shouldn't be me. We'll see. Let me see if that's my mic. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, far as Shedeur, I mean, what he need to do is show that he getting better every game, and hopefully get him more passes. You know, like we seen him, we ball like 20 sometimes, and we seen a game where they let Dylan go get his 15%, and he throw like 50 times with his little 5 yards. You know, and so hopefully let him throw more. I mean, the weather has a big factor in that. I know it's real windy and stuff like that. So hopefully it's not a snowstorm or something like that, and we get to see him throw because you know Cam Ward gonna throw. You know he's gonna try to beat him. You know they competitive. Cam Ward gonna try to play the best game ever.
You
He
know
might
it.
look doggone Peyton Manning out there.
He ain't gonna have time with that defense though, Greg.
They say gonna be snowing out there. Doggone, as long as it ain't gonna be windy. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's another thing. That defense gonna be trouble for him.
Yeah.
As a rookie quarterback going up against that defense, he gonna be looking like how they say Shedeur. He be running backwards.
Yeah, exactly. So, Augustine, when you look at Shedeur, what kind of number you think is a good numbers for him to have? Because he running out of time for me, man. Every time I look at this thing, he got 5 more games if they let him continue to be the starting quarterback. And if he ain't showing no progress, he ain't doing nothing special. They're gonna draft another quarterback. And guess what? We're gonna be doing the same thing over next year.
Well, I think the numbers are against the Doo-Doo Browns. If you look at their salary cap, it would be idiot. They're not going to get an opportunity to get a quarterback. The only way they would get a quarterback, they would have to trade 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick to the Tennessee Titans to get that first-round pick because Tennessee already got their quarterback.
Tennessee ain't gonna draft no quarterback though, huh?
That's my point. So Tennessee is going to trade. If you go and get a quarterback and you give up all of that collateral right there, what team are you going to have? So
they got
what
the
is that
4th pick right now.
I'll say again, if you give up all of those draft picks for a quarterback, Mendoza, and Mendoza is there with no offensive line and no
Cleveland don't
receivers,
care.
sir.
I'm talking about that quarterback. Cleveland don't care nothing about that offensive line.
I
If
think
they got
if
that
you
4th pick in the first round, you don't think they're
they're
gonna draft
not
a quarterback?
they're not going to draft a quarterback because it makes no sense. Why would you draft a quarterback when you already know you're still going to have your boy on he's still going to be on contract. Watson, Watson ain't going nowhere. Watson is going to be there next year. So the smart thing to do is, and I'm telling you, Barry's a little smarter than what we think he is now. Barry is looking at it this way. You got Shedeur, you got Dylan, and you got Watson. Those are their quarterbacks next year. We can go through next year. If they lose next year, that's even better. You know why it's even better? Because now you got better quarterbacks, quote unquote, they say, in the 2027 class. You got more quarterbacks coming out in the 2027. So if you have to get one, you would get one then. But the problem is this one here. This is what I think. I'm going on money. Rich people care about money. That man is looking at it. If anybody with any sense to say, hey, I can't get rid of Watson, so he's going to be here. I got 2 young quarterbacks. Let Watson mentor them because he's doing a pretty good job. Watson is doing a pretty good job with those rookies, talking to them, getting them to understand stuff. And if that is the case, Shedeur Sanders will be the starting quarterback next year for the Cleveland Browns. Him, Dylan, and Watson will be there. This is me. They will be there for the Cleveland Browns, and then they will build around that group, and then they'll make the choice the following year who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns and whether or not they draft a quarterback. That's me. Greg, you tell us what you think.
I'm with you on that too, but I don't think that's what they'll do, Greg. If Shedeur ain't showing no progress, that's why I want him to push the ball downfield when somebody's open.
Well, it looks like they're saying he is showing progress.
Huh?
It looked like they feel like he is. At least that's what they're saying. The coordinator said You feel like, from what they're looking for. Because like this. Somebody keeps saying, why is Shedeur not looking through his progression? They got different styles. Shedeur is doing exactly what they tell him to do. He is throwing them the dink and dunk balls and stuff that they're telling him in his helmet, hey, you better throw it right there at tight end. Why he ain't throw it down the field? They happy with that crap. Shedeur, downfield. He gotta be listening. I'm looking at how he play, and I'm listening to what they saying, and I looked at how they play Dylan. Look, they're controlling the quarterback. I've said it before. They're playing Shedeur like he's Dylan Gabriel. He's just Dylan Gabriel 2.0.
Exactly what they're doing.
Into their offense. They're not building an offense around Shedeur. They're telling Shedeur to throw it to who they want to throw it to. They're not allowing him to read. Then they'll call he's a rookie. So as long as they can control him like this, they happy because they feel like they're smarter than him. And they're going to use this rookie thing to make excuses. So Shedeur better not throw it to somebody else that they feel like he should throw it through. So as long as he's doing that, he say, what Shedeur say? I'm just glad to play. I'm just glad to play. Let me tell you, between them telling Shedeur who to throw it to and the lineman diving at mid-air to get flies in the air like a frog with their mouth, it looked like the perfect thing. I told you that they on script. I told you that they are the perfect losers, and they got Shedeur in on it. Hey,
you don't bought in.
Don't throw no touchdown. Throw it over there. So
you don't bought in. You don't kiss the rain.
The lineman already know what to do. Jump at the air and let your doggone running back get hit on 4th and 1. Because at that point the game was going like this, right?
You're 10-0.
Then they put the boy in. He dropped the hot potato. Dropped the doggone 4th and 1. Get them in field position. Let them get the lead even further. Then you say, that's not enough. Aha. Go back there and let the punt go through you. Like, make it right. Whatever. Let the ball go through your hands and your arms, in your legs. It went through his hands, his arms, in between his legs. That's like a jump shot. Okay, get them in field position again. So next thing you know, we're up by 3 touchdowns, like Colorado or something. So it's like that thing was going like that Tyson fight. That boy whispered Tyson ear. Hey, come on now. You hit me a little too hard. Oh, my bad. My bad. Good. Tap. And then just play with each other. What's the difference? Everybody happy. This NFL production that they put on, linemen look like they on Shakespeare. They're just diving in. They had both linemen to do it at the same time. They should have alternated plays. I guess they messed up the script. He's like, I thought it was my turn to whip. No, I thought it was my turn to whip. We look obvious. They're watching Shedeur. They saw it. So, that's what we're looking at.
Yeah. Hey, what you think about the Jeudy and Shedeur on the sideline? Seem like they don't squash the beach. They ready to roll.
I think what you have is this one here. I go back and I listen to Steve Smith. Steve Smith told people a long time ago, he's a number 3 receiver at best. He told people do not trade for him, do not pick him up because he does not listen to constructive criticism. And because of that, he ain't worth picking up. He don't want to do this here. He's a joke. So as far as I'm concerned, it's just immaturity, man. Shedeur got a lot on his plate right now. He has a lot on his plate. And I'm like, when a young quarterback got all that on your plate, and Jeudy's been in the league long enough. He's been in the league for a minute. And he's been to the University of Alabama where they played for national championships. So this ain't nothing new for him as far as the big light. And then this the next thing, which I don't understand. He done already got paid, B. Watts. He done got paid. If he catch no balls, he got a guaranteed contract where he get that money. So I'm like, dude, what are you doing all this? If you wanted to cry, why didn't you cry with Dylan? See that impressed me. Why didn't you jump down Joe Flacco's throat? Why aren't you kicking yourself when you drop balls like they hot potatoes? Why aren't you kicking yourself when you fumbling the ball? If you're gonna get mad, why was he over there kicking Gatorades and stuff when he fumbled that ball last week? The week before last. So those are the things I'm saying. If you're serious about this, and the next thing I'll say is this, B. Watts, show me tape of that young man staying after practice, practicing with those young quarterbacks and going over drills. Now, if he's not doing that, and if he's not in those rooms with those quarterbacks saying, I need to come in these rooms, we need to spend a little extra time, or he's not coming out, Shedeur, I know, hey, come to my house or I'll meet you at your house and we're gonna bring the other receivers over in the tight end. Let's eat some wings, let's fellowship, let's go over this tape with each other because I want to make sure we on point. I want you to succeed and I want to succeed. And I want these other players to succeed. If he's not doing that, man, miss me with all that jumping up and that patty cake. This we patty cake, bake us, man. All the man, stop all that foolishness. But that's the way I feel about it, B Watts. It's on you, Greg said.
Well, I mean, all we can look at it like this. I mean, we talk about all this theater. You know, is that not the perfect player to get? You know, if you trying to lose, you go get a guy who's a 3, that's a 2, that's a 1, that's a 3. You know, he gonna make it look legit. He gonna look like he's trying. You ain't get nobody who actually can play, but he acting like he can play. What makes it all look right? It is, hey, he gonna go out there. He gonna drop the ball. He gonna do the cha-cha and let somebody pop the ball out from behind like he just started playing football last week. You learn that on playing street ball. Throw him up, bust him up. You learn that. You know, somebody coming from behind, you know, you got the whole field coming from behind. You know, you just ran past somebody and you don't forgot that you was on the football field other than you and the other 3 people in front of you. That's the kind of player you got. That's the kind of player you been. I don't remember him being that kind of player at Alabama, but I guess he was surrounded by like 3, 4 other guys.
He was the best one, Greg.
Huh?
He was the best one on Alabama to me. He was.
I mean, who else was out there? Waddle? Who else?
Yeah, Waddle and the other guy that got arrested.
Yeah. Right.
Ruggs.
Was it Ruggs?
Running back?
Ruggs.
Right. But who you had at running back?
Oh, they had Derrick Henry.
They had some horses. They had some horses
Right.
at running back.
Right. So I'm just saying, you at a school, you got a top line, you got a top running back, you know, you got all of these different things going on, and then you got 2 other guys, even though you're the best one, that they got to account for. I mean, what else do you have to be? What else do you have to be? But now,
just like Aunt said, Steve,
the guy,
he just a jag. He just a jag. He ain't just a jag. There was Steve Smith saying he was just a jag. I said, damn.
He never had to be the guy. See, that's what I
okay, what happened? Do y'all know what happened to him in Denver? I don't know what happened to him. I only remember him playing in Denver.
Well, it was so fast, but I'm saying, think about this. Look at these quarterbacks. I told y'all this, like, look at Shedeur. It's only one quarterback on that roster that know how to play for a garbage team with a garbage line. Everybody else come from the teams. They go to the playoff every year, and they got all these 5 stars around them. Everybody come from that. Jeudy come from a school where everybody was good around him. They were going to win with or without him. They won before him. They won after him. He didn't have to be the guy. See, when you go to these type of teams, that's why I wondered with Cam Ward. Cam Ward, they have to run for his life. You know, he been at Washington State. They didn't have the best talent. But even still, he didn't win at Colorado. Only one guy had to be the guy that showed that he can be it, and that's Shedeur. Everybody else was on these SEC propped up teams that just, like I say, they just plug and play. You didn't have to be nobody. If you didn't be it, they'll find somebody else. And so that's what happens to these superstars when they go to these, you know, you top guy and you go to these, Cam Newton even said it. When you go to these top teams, these bottom bucket teams with loser culture, it's a culture shock to them. Cam Newton was like, man, I ain't never seen no crap like this before.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying, because you gotta really be the guy. And you don't know how to be the guy. You know how to be the guy amongst other guys. But when you go there and they rebuild it from the bottom, they was just the sorest team last year. You're going into a losing situation. The players are losers. The coaches are losers. The city is losers. They don't come and set out your games. You come from Alabama. Everywhere you go. Go to Auburn. The UJ. It's sold out every week. Now you come to the team and you can see the people in the stands. You can see the guy always close to each other, eating popcorn. You be like, I see him at X-ray vision. You see all that. I ain't never seen that before because he used to be this rah. SEC, everybody got 100,000 seat stadium. Now you go to Cleveland. That's a whole different psychological thing you got to tap into now. It's like, oh, I hit myself. I hit a quarterback calling his call. It's going 3, not a 2, not a 2. Like, golly, what is this? It's different. It's mental.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, big dog. Hey, let's jump on. I don't went over 20 minutes. I got 20 more minutes. Look at him. Let's jump over to Colorado side. Coach Prime hit a home run. Now, I heard you Tuesday, Steve, Uncle Steve. I just didn't pay no attention. But now me and this guy, we friends over there on LinkedIn. I sent him a message. I said, congratulations. He said, appreciate it, but I'll be checking out the show. And Steve, you said, no, be what, JR. If Coach Prime get the offensive coordinator at Sacramento State, I heard that, but I said, I wonder who Steve talking about. So when I went over to LinkedIn, I started looking. I said, oh, man, this dude, young friend, and Carl Reed over there on LinkedIn. And found out Carl Reed was on the call with him and Coach Prime. He's acting as an agent for them. Now, this is what bothers me about this hire. Greg said, JR, check. The offense he ran, Uncle Steve, it don't fit Juju. It don't fit Juju. It fit K-Salt. K-Salt leaving. So when you look at his offense, I think they call it the go-go. It's an RPO. So you tell me, how can this hire benefit Coach Prime and his football team along with Juju?
It's easy. It does fit Juju. What helps out a young quarterback when it pertains to football? A good running game. And the go-go is predicated off running that football. Everywhere he goes, he's going to pound that football. And if you pound that football and you got a quarterback now, because in the go-go, you do play action. You're going to have running. You're going to have quarterback under that center. You're going to do play actions. You're going to do those kind of actions. You're going to have 2 running backs. You're going to have tight ends in there. You're not going to have no 4 receivers all the time. He has different formations. And now you'll have coaches that actually have to go and do research now to watch that offense in order to prepare. It's not like this year's team. All you have to do is just wake up. We know every play they're going to do. They got 4 plays. And the 4 plays, they run in the wrong direction, so we don't have to worry about it. They're going to have 3 people in the same spot. So we'll put 1 person there, guard that, and we're good to go. And they're not going to run the football. So it was easy to prepare for the Colorado Buffaloes. And the scary part about it is this: as bad as they played, 6 games that they lost was within a touchdown or so in the 4th quarter. Or they were tied, or they were down by 3. So can you imagine, this guy averages about 32 points a game, 33 really. Mm-hmm. And if you're telling me, see you putting up 28, how many wins is that? If you go back and look, if they were putting up 28 points, they'd have quite a few wins this year, because that means that the other team wouldn't have had the football, because you're running the clock. You're running the clock. You're not going to have a lot of possessions like they did last year, where you put up 50 some points on somebody. If you only getting 12 possessions, or let's say 10 possessions, you're not putting up no 50 points, because that means you got to score almost every time you get the ball. So all I'm telling you is this here: it's perfect for Juju. If I'm Juju's father, I'm the happiest man alive, because you're protecting my son now. They're going to run the football. It gives him a time now. Now he can actually read the defense and make plays. And you know the good thing about this offense, B-Watch, it's vertical. Receivers going down that field. So now, can you imagine Farrakhan, Q for 6, the WW boys, the 2 William boys out there? I ain't even counting with or without O. I'm just saying, with that group right there, and Mathis, I see excitement with the tight ends. I see something. I can feel it. And now we don't have to worry about Coach Prime calling timeouts. He's the offensive coordinator. He'll be the one when he sees his offense need to do something. I'm calling the timeout. Coach Prime, you don't need to worry about keeping them no more. Coach Prime, you did a fantastic job. Bring in professional people who are subject matter experts and let them cook. And what I also like, he's bringing some of his boys with him. We might have, and please don't tell me Cortez coming with him. If his receivers coach coming with him, it's a boy in LSU right now, one of the top receivers in the country that hasn't signed. That's under that worked with Cortez. Cortez worked with Neighbors and another boy from LSU as far as training those receivers who are in the NFL. It's getting ready to get spicy, and I hope y'all like y'all chicken spicy. Back to you, B. Watson. Greg, go knock it out the park right now.
Well, I saw somebody. I was looking. I didn't get to see it. They made the comment. You need to look at this quarterback. This would be perfect. This quarterback will be perfect. Other people. And the thing is about Juju. I mean, if it's a smart guy like he say he is, he can build it around Juju because it looks like a very customizable thing because he's done it with different style quarterbacks. You really look at it, he ain't got a cookie cutter quarterback type. I mean, he's done it at different schools with less talent. But his results have been consistent from what I've seen. He's put up a lot of points. And the sad thing about it is Coach Prime is a year behind on this.
Yeah.
Because even with him this year, this team, let's be real, we dogged this team out. But this team right here is easily 7-8 wins, easy, with that style of offense this year.
Right.
This year.
Yeah.
You watch how many games they set up there and just gave away because they couldn't score on offense with a garbage defense. The defense played well enough to keep them around till they finally just dissipated. Now, maybe like Uncle Steve said they needed a nap or something. But it's not game. But it's not game.
Yeah, no. Time out. Can't be throwing no shots in like that.
They get sleepy. Coach Prime even started saying that this year he was nighttime. I don't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna let him get naps or something. I don't know because they it was like all these games. He started showing the charts at the last game. We've been looking at it like all the games, even Houston, even the games Houston supposedly blew away with. You was right there, all the way up to late in the third and the fourth quarter. So it showed that if you was able to score, or if you had any kind of way instead of throwing all your receivers running routes into the same area, you run these sideways routes every second, like you just started coaching yesterday. Maybe they on that same throw the game thing that Cleveland on. I don't know. They got some connections there. But if they had simply had a more strategic, I would say, offense, they would have been a lot better off this season. Forget next season. Next season, you do what you want because you got the whole off season. And from what I'm hearing, this guy has some Coach Prime his ways. Like he gets some boys to go to a smaller school that have bigger school because they want to play with him. And it's looking like we might see some stuff on this couple of days now that they don't call this guy, which is just like Coach Prime. One thing Coach Prime is good at, he's good at, these splash situations. He's good at that. He's good at like throwing that monkey in the wrench. Like, whoa, what was that? He good at doing that every year. And this is one. He may do it with a player, but he did it with a coach. Because this guy alone can shake up the rest of this this high school thing, because he got some guys that they're going to U-turn. They're going to follow him in Colorado. All Coach Prime got to do is say, go ahead. I ain't got nothing to say. And he got some boys that didn't even supposed to be going to Sacramento. Like he had them boys going to Jackson State. He got some boys that didn't supposed to be going there. They went over some big schools to go play with him at Sacramento.
He got the number one recruiting class in his division, division that he's in.
Impeccable in his 4 stars and all that. Like people who had no business going there, they're gonna U-turn and come with him. So that's gonna automatically help Colorado deficit. We got a deficit going on as far as quality, and you panicking because the portal. How we gonna get from the portal? Who want to come from the portal and play for garbage? A lot of guys in the portal gonna want to come play for this guy because of his reputation. So he just instantly threw a little or something in the game, this coach, it's gonna help his recruiting.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Greg. Uncle Steve, you called him out. You don't do some research on him. Educate us a little bit more on the offensive coordinator and people in the chat who might not know who he is. Let us know something about him. And you know that I did a little research when I looked at over there on LinkedIn. He got UN. Who that? UN. What other school he went to? Coach that.
UNLV.
Yeah,
UNLV.
that's the one.
Yep.
Yeah, I seen that on his resume. I said, "Dog, this dude up."
What I was impressed with, he was the offensive coordinator at UNLV when they had that quarterback who they made an agreement they were going to pay him, and they were undefeated. They were undefeated at the time. This quarterback stopped playing. Mid-season, 7 games. I'm like, you ain't paid.
And
yeah, I don't know where he went.
$1 million, they would get it. He said, "Man, the hell with that."
and an undefeated team, and he left. But what I liked about it was this: they still brought in the backup, and they still was winning games. So it let me know his system works, and his system works as long as you got some competent people. So that was a good thing to tell me. That impressed me, because sometimes, you get a start, you get a very good quarterback, and you got a good offensive scheme, you're going to be successful. But what really impressed me is when you lose that star quarterback and you get your backup, and your backup still put points up and you win. It wasn't like they were like, "Oh, okay, we just got to hold the ball." No, they ran their offense, and I like that about him. What I also like about him is this: something that Coach Prime has promised us for 3 years. They're going to run the football. Now, this is what I see. Now, this is what I'll tell you is this here. This is football. This is football 101. When you run the football, offensive tackles, offensive guards, offensive linemen come to your team, because that's what get them to the NFL. When teams see them running the football, and that's winning football. So if you're looking at it, now you're bringing in where running backs will start coming, because they're looking at, now I'm going to get the ball. I'll get the ball. And they're going to get the ball because he's bringing in his running back coach too. I guarantee he's bringing his because we don't have a running back coach. So if he don't have a running back coach, I can guarantee he's bringing that person in too. So if that's the case, what they're going to do. They're going to run the football. So
come on, bring the water boy with you if you need to.
Nah, man. So what about the wide receiver coach he got?
Cortez. If that's Cortez, they're going to be fine. Because this is what you want to see, B. Watts. Let me say this.
Assistant head coach, just in case Coach Prime leave, or he dealing with his health. What made him leave his head coaching job to become an offensive coordinator for Colorado?
Let me educate people right here.
I know Greg, he probably know that.
Let me educate some people right here. He was at Sacramento State.
Yeah.
Sacramento State is cool. He could have won that. He could have went undefeated and everything else. He's not going to get the lights that he's going to get being the offensive coordinator at Colorado. And what's perfect for him, he got to go against Pat Shurmur's offense. And you look at Pat, because this is what people are going to do. They're going to like, well, when Pat Shurmur was there, he only put up 20 points a game. Now you come in, let you put up 28 or 30 points a game. Oh my goodness, he's a genius. Let you come up and receivers are getting 1,000 yards receiving. Running backs are running for 1,000 yards. And not only that, he getting paid now. He making way more at Colorado with less responsibility than what he had at Sacramento State. At Sacramento State, he probably didn't go home because he runs everything. At Colorado, he's running just the offense. I'm running the offense, and I got my people who know how to run everything. I'm good. He can go in there. His wife gonna be like, "I ain't never seen you this much." I'm home. I'm home. I done did everything I need to do. We good. But my point is this one here. And the next thing you got going for you, don't no coach want Coach Prime to win. So if the Coach Prime get a competent offensive coordinator, they're going to steal him. They're going to come up, we can't let Coach Prime keep him. We can't let Coach Prime keep him. We're taking him because their goal is to make sure he's not going to be successful. So Marion got everything on his side because I'm telling you right now, he got everything on his side. And then he's a great recruiter. His reputation is recruiting. Now Coach Prime got a recruiter. Pat Shermer went on Shedeur, Travis. You ain't got that no more. This guy going on his reputation of I'm producing these type players and I'm putting players in position to make these numbers. And when you can do that, B Watts, that opens up all those trees. Watch when they have free agency. Y'all call it the portal, but I call it free agency. Watch when the portal opens up on those guys that we never thought would come there. And I tell you something right now, Coach Prime slick. Did Chris Henry get signed yet?
Not yet.
Coach Prime, one of them dudes. I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Henry come here. I know Oregon trying to steal him from Ohio State, but Coach Prime slick. I know nothing. I just know Pac-Man Jones is the godfather of that boy. Yeah. And if Pac-Man Jones loved Coach Prime the way he loved Coach Prime, and now Pac-Man can say, now we done brought this dude in, and we done got this other boy from LSU coming in here. Let's come on over here and do this for him. I wouldn't be surprised. Colorado got a lot of things going up. And when that happens, what you're going to see is this one here. You're going to see a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon again. But it's, they have every right. Yeah. But Coach Prime made a home run on this one, homeboy.
Yeah, he did.
Hit us up, Greg.
Greg, what you think about that? What kind of budget we working with? What Colorado got? They got it in month?
But I mean, I'm talking about the type of guy who we just said pulled a little baby Prime. I mean, he got guys who's supposed to be going to Ole Miss coming to Sacramento State. So he got that same tendency to pull people regardless of the money just because they want to be with you.
Okay.
It's that relationship factor. Whatever he got, we're going to find out. Well off going to be, rich people going to be in his face. And I hear he got his own little thing too. So
he got two on.
So he got that, or he got a brand. He a baby Prime. So it's really almost like Coach Prime probably don't told him, look at this, I'm gonna mentor you, and you gonna take it from here because it gotta be something more than a job.
He got that. Yeah, it gotta be.
It gotta be. I'm gonna get something bigger. He probably looked up to Coach Prime as a kid. He probably, gotta be something like that. But it gotta be something deeper, like Coach Prime. I want to be you.
He did. He tweeted that over there on LinkedIn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It gotta be like, because it's almost like, shoot, Coach Prime is a brand. Like, I got this football on lock, but I'm trying to build this brand. Like, I got this little bootleg well-off thing going on.
Bucky gonna take him on up a little higher.
Oh, man, he said, Coach Prime probably said, don't even worry about it. Your stock about to go way up because everybody gonna know who you are now. Like, yeah, the football world knew who you are, but everybody finna know who you are now because you're gonna be standing next to me. And nobody can't say that ain't happened. All the coaches who have left have benefited from that.
Marshall Faulk that did.
Even Marshall Faulk was Marshall Faulk though, and Marshall Faulk took a fast track to Southern to get his whatever, and he gonna keep going. But everybody who have stood next to Coach Prime as a coach, their careers didn't go down; it went up. So this guy, like, shoot, I'm at Sacramento State right now, but it probably take me, if I do what I'm doing, like he don't been the water boy, he don't been the usher at church, he don't been all of that. So it's like he don't work his way, JUCO, high school, back, he don't look at his track record, he don't been all over the place. So now, now you gotta look at the fact, he probably thinking, shoot, if I go to Sacramento State, I'm probably gonna have to do another 5-10 years at this level. I'm eventually gonna get there, but my hair gonna be gray. But if I go on over here with Coach Prime and do a good 2-3 years, I might be at Notre Dame. I might be at Penn State next time they open up. I'm going. Yeah. He don't fast track this career. There's no way this man don't know this. I don't. It's like he don't got on a spaceship. His trajectory just don't. He gonna knock a good 10 years off just by doing 2 to 3 years with Coach Prime. All the spotlight, all the eyeballs, it's gonna get him there way quicker.
You might have a point there, Greg.
I mean, from a marketing standpoint, Travis Hunter, did he not do the same thing? Travis Hunter was a great football player. He could have went anywhere. But all that spotlight he got, they were all on Good Morning America at Jackson State. game day at Jackson State. All that he got amplified by attaching himself to. Yeah, he could have went to Georgia and been. They would, oh, you just another football player like everybody else. Everybody else 5 stars here too. He said, but I'm special with Coach Prime. I'm gonna get way more spotlight, and I can market myself the way I want. I can walk around with pajamas and do all this crap and be on YouTube. Now he don't left. He took all that with him that he had a chance to build. He wasn't going to be doing that crap at Georgia. Soon as he missed a tackle, see, you're doing all that crap, boy. You need to focus. You need to be like all the other 5 stars. He wanted to be the doggone clown with his girlfriend. He got to do that because that's what Coach Prime and his boys do. And he got to build a way bigger brand. Now he's drinking Celsius and all that crap. Well, who else doing that?
Yeah.
Who else doing that? All these great football players out there. Who else got the endorsements? It was him. Shedeur was number 1. He was number 2. That was a smart marketing move.
I appreciate it, Greg. We ready at 40 minutes. I got about 10 more minutes. Check this out, Steve. What's the next step for Coach Prime building this team for the coaches wise? Would he get another defense coordinator, or do you expect him to keep the same defense coordinator and find some more other coaches to go around?
Well, first and foremost, let me apologize to Coach Hart first. I'm going to apologize to Coach Hart because I went and looked at it and I realized Coach Hart recruited the best players on that team for this year. Coach Hart, if you look at that, Coach Hart went in there and he recruited. But with that being said, that still makes me say Coach Hart is going to keep a job in Colorado, hopefully, but it's not going to be the linebacker's job because I'm moving Hilo over to linebacker. So with that being said, this is what he's going to have to do on the defensive side for coaches. They're going to keep Livingston. It's a money thing. It's a money thing. They're going to keep Livingston, and then Livingston got the right color. You know, he colors, you know. So if it was somebody else, they were going to get fired. But Livingston, thank goodness for his special privileges, he's going to stay there, and they like him. When people like you, just like Steph Nasty, when they like you and you got that skin color, it's just something about him. They all eat at the Cracker Barrel. But with that being said, they're going to keep him. And when they keep him, what they are going to do, I think they're going to ask him, they're going to allow him to pick some of his people. I think they're going to go and say, for me personally, you got 3 defensive line coaches, and I'm like, I thought Warren Sapp would recruit a little more to bring in some more defensive linemen. If that's not happening, and with the downplay of the play on the defensive line, you got to go because that's money I could be spending somewhere else, and I can pick up someone that can recruit and bring players in there, and that's where I think Coach Prime really need to concentrate on the defensive line. Defensive line and offensive line. If Coach Prime decrease all of these receivers, he got too many receivers. Me personally, I have 4. I'd have 5 receivers. Blah blah blah. That I still keep 11 receivers, but I only have 5 receivers that are boom. They ready. The other ones would be development players. That I'm developing them, I'm getting them ready. So when we move them out, we're going to recruit. And then the next group will be ready. Or if somebody get injured, we'll go from there. Because the way you have it right now, that room is taking up too much money. I hate to see what they're paying on all those players because that could be money used on the defensive line. I'll be using that money on the defensive line. You need big boys. Get big boys in there and get somebody in there who's going to push those big guys. Because I will say this here. We miss D-Lou. We miss D-Lou. D-Lou was huge. You can say whatever you want to. We can go, and I'm going to tell y'all this here. You can't really say it's the players because if you watch certain games where they really play, like the last game, the defense played well first 4 quarters. It was just at the end of the game. If they can play like that, it lets me know that it really ain't the players. It's what we're putting into them players. So the players are a big part. Hear what I'm saying? The players are a big part. I don't think they hit home runs on the players. Some players were selfish. If you really look at the last game, B-Wise, they had people that wanted to play. All the other people didn't play who wanted that money and all the other reasons. They weren't out there. These were the boys who wanted to play. So my point is this one here. Get defensive players that want to play, want to be a part of Colorado. They're not going to be on the field a lot this year because you're going to be running the football. You're going to be possessing the ball on the offensive side, so your defense gets better. And the next thing is this one here. Let Livingston stop running that man-to-man, Coach Prime. Run a zone. Run a zone, because now I think this year you're going to have some leads. And if you got a lead, do the zone where you force teams to go down the field. And the third thing is this, B-Watch. If I ever see all the linebackers up at the line of scrimmage in the middle of the field wide open, I would fire Rob Livingston on the spot. You've done it too much. You've lost two. Every team know you're going to do it. Stop it. Keep two middle linebackers in the middle. If it's me, I'm going to do something special. With those young boys you got, those freshmen, I'll get the best freshmen you got because they're bigger. They're bigger than the safeties. I'll put three of them in there. I'll put two, the transfer portals that you're going to get. That third one would be that young linebacker, and I have him, instead of putting Bayard all there all the time, hitting people, 180-pound guy, put a linebacker in, a young linebacker, to go in there and hit them. That's all they're doing if they're running the ball. Come on, man. It ain't complicated. It's on you, Greg said it.
Greg, what you think about the linebacker room, man? What we going to do, man? That's one of the most important part of the defense.
Well, I'm going to say this. Pat Sherman color show didn't work from him because he got replaced. I tell you, it didn't work. But I don't know what's going on with Livingston, because one thing I don't like about Livingston, his scheme is not good. And I thought me and B-Watch, we tried to sell this guy with this what they call this faceless defense, like, you know, we positionless defense, where it looked like everybody doing us, everybody line up, and then any meaning more drop into coverage and the line pick a boot. He didn't do that. He lined them up, and they actually all tried to blitz, and they got 8 people rushing and 4 linemen blocking.
Still, they couldn't get that.
Somebody was blocking each other. That's all I was saying. Somebody was blocking each other. They all ran to the same hole and let one man block 3 people. Like, it was weird. So it's like, I'm watching him bring Jeremiah Brown up on this side, Myers up on this side, and like they edge rushers. You take your linebackers out the middle, you put them on the outside, and they don't even get home. They playing chest bump patty cake with the linemen. And I'm like, I'm doing math, and I'm like, 5 linemen plus 4 D linemen plus 2 linebackers carry the 1. It seems like somebody's supposed to be getting through, but I just can't figure out who. They all so like, maybe because the lineman got 2 hands, he was able to block 2 people. Maybe he just stayed blocked, you know, because somehow the extra man somehow never get through, and then the quarterback saying, these dummies do this every week. I watch film. I'm just gonna step back, look back, and run straight up the middle.
Yeah.
And run for 30 yards every time I feel like it. Oh, it's 4th and 80. Okay. No linebackers there.
Every game.
They over there. And we're just going to have the receivers just run them off, and then the linebacker over there. I'm just going to run up the middle. So you got that going on. And then when they stay in the middle, they get the bright idea to run into the A gap when the ball is going to B, or run into B gap when the ball is going to C, and vice versa. And I say, this is almost Cleveland-ish. It's almost like the deep, like offensive lineman just diving at air, because this got to be a setup. Because I'm trying to see, either you Stevie Wonder or you blindfolded. Because how do you run into the hole and the ball is over there and you're running here? There's no way you made it to this level not knowing how to go to the ball. I think you learned it like at Pee Wee football.
Yeah.
7 yards off the ball. The ball is going over there and you're running over there. Unless your coach is telling you, hey, like, Shedeur, hey, run over there. No. Ball ain't over there, coach. No, just run over there. You're a decoy. Your coach made you a decoy at linebacker to run away from the ball. Some miraculous genius play calling. You would have tricked the running back by running away. Maybe the running back will say something's wrong. He's running over there and I'm over here. Maybe he's just gonna know they don't work. 80-yard touchdown. No backside pursuit. No front side pursuit. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Or this is for the last one. 2 linebackers running into the same hole.
Same hole.
3 years
through.
No, you know me. No backside pursuit. No, oh, what did he do? Go ahead, hold, he bounced back, and both of you are in the hole playing patty cake with the offensive lineman, and the running back just goes, just runs. So I just explained to y'all the whole season on how all these big runs happen. Because
Yeah, 3 years in a row. They ain't just no one.
Linebackers are not going where the ball is. Okay, that's what happened.
Check this out. Last time, when that transfer portal opens, what positions should Coach Prime concentrate on? Bring it in.
It's honestly, you got 3 positions that he should concentrate: defensive line, linebackers, and to me personally, well, it's 4 DBs. If he does that, and I'll just say those 3, and Greg can say offensive line if he want to. But if he does those, he's going to have a winning season. Back to you, B-Wise. Back to you, Greg.
Yeah.
Boy, he got to get to me before Greg goes. He got to get that linebacker room right, boy. And he got to get that offensive line right. He got to get the D line right. He got to get the defensive line right.
Why win it, B-Watts? Why win it? He going to have 80 scholarships. Because he going to lose 40 people as seniors.
Yeah.
He's going to lose another 40 on the bench. And then, so it's like, and then he didn't use about 20 scholarships last year. So it's like, to me, I mean, you're going to mess up some because, you got too many scholarships for the portal. You're going to get some scrubs because it ain't that many good ones in there. It's not like they're only going to Colorado. There's other schools get them. So when you have so many things left, I see why he got scholarships left. Because it's like, the portal so bad, I ain't got enough people to choose. But my thing is, he has no excuse to not focus on that D-line. I don't care if he got to go to Willie Coochie Creek. Because to me, I'm gonna be real with you. Like y'all can miss me. Like I don't go into the deep crevices and
now I go to that school. I go to that school. I go to that school.
The deep crevices of the earth. Go to the middle of the earth if you got to. Because guess what? You only gotta find a few of them. It ain't like you go find you know what you need, a block bully. That's what you really had last year. You talking about D-Lou. The block bully was D-Lou, D-Lo. He was all of it. Because when you got one man, the difference between the year before and the year after block bully is block bully. He got a name block bully for a reason. Because he bullied everybody who tried to block him. There was nobody that could block him one-on-one. Yeah. Nobody. I don't care how big they were, what school they was at. They're going to take at least 2 people, sometimes 3. And when you got that guy in the middle, and then you got somebody like a Hill Green behind him, like a maniac, knocking people's helmets off, you get what you got. That's the only difference between this year and last year, y'all. Guess why? Guess why all the edge rushers, we had BJ Green, guess why they was able to do that? Because they couldn't double team them. That's what's going on in Cleveland. They got to double team Myles Garrett. Everybody else go looking good. You can't double team down. You can't crack down on the doggone tackle. You leave him open. So now you got to go get him. And now doggone Graham and all these people getting sacks. That's what one person on the line that can take up at least 2 blocks do for your team. And you get you a strong linebacker and a good defensive and good guy in the middle, and you good. Now you need depth because people get hurt, but that's what you need.
Hey, hey, B-Watts, let me throw this in there. He need to get some people in there that are professional and that are leaders. Because I don't care just a football player. He need to get people in there that love football and that want to be there for football. Because if you see this here, he just had people they pick people that just wanted to get paid. You need to get people that love, like Bayard, McPherson, and Merritt are not going nowhere. Now they slaughter leaving, but those 3 they stand. But my point is this one here: they need to get some people that love football and that want to play football. They're gonna get paid, but that is the key because you can't have a room in there no more where everybody's sitting around. Where you love me some K-Salt. K-Salt then take take hold of that room and didn't take charge, and that hurt that team. That set them back big time. Back to you, B-Wise.
All right,
I didn't know Slaughter was leaving. Yeah, is it confirmed he leaving?
They predicting him be the one. He done told somebody he gonna leave.
Yeah, I mean, but see, this is what happened when you got two Michael Jackson looking and talking quarterbacks. Everybody can't be, guys, we need to come together. Both of them was like that. You know what I'm saying? They both look like Michael Jackson, and they both talk like Michael Jackson. And that's but Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson get that bass in his voice. Michael Jackson go talking like this. Hold up, Michael Jackson ain't talk like that when it gets serious. He did that when he performed. You know what I'm saying? He did that when he's singing. But in real life, Michael Jackson was like us. You know what I'm saying? They gotta get that bass in their voice. If they're gonna be a quarterback, so they won't be getting treated like how Jeudy was doing Shedeur. Shedeur even had to stand up.
Yeah.
Let him know. You gotta let him know. You can't let him think he's soft. They're quarterback. That's all. You need somebody to get a little bass in your voice every now and then.
Yeah. All right, fellas, man. I appreciate y'all. What Greg said. Both of them got two Michael Jackson.
They both got the curl in the front right there.
Yeah. Hey, Coach Brian come in the morning with me, tell Juju, boy, take your hand out there. No more grown man play with that. Juju ain't not playing with that. Coach Brian walking down there.
Yeah, people treat you different when
your hand out your hair, man.
Like that. Them boys is pretty. You know what I'm saying? The lineman was pretty. The quarterback pretty. Everybody pretty. They got the Swayze bodies. They all got muscle on their hands. Everybody. I ain't never seen a DB. Uncle D, you ever seen a DB play DB? And all your DBs got a muff on their hands. Everybody one-handed. Look like they got
a club on their hand.
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean out there. You can't get no doggone interception. All your DBs got a muff on their hands. Don't help it. I don't see nothing there.
Then wonder why they get out there getting them personal fouls out there, interference out there. Hell, you can't use your hands, man.
You hold it. You know they're gonna see you holding. You got one hand. Riding a horse. Can't even get away with it.
I know, man. Hey, man, I want to thank Greg said it and Uncle Steve tonight. We appreciate y'all, man. Uncle Steve, Greg, give us the last word and we out here, man.
I'm just glad that Coach Prime gave hope back to him, his life. He gave hope back to Colorado, but that one thing we forgot about that Coach Prime. He's a slickster, boy. He got one in his pocket, boy. You start forgetting who he was when he say, "I don't care the end of my life. The last thing I do in my life, I'm gonna do something." You're like, yeah, right. You forgot who you dealing with. Got some things he can pull out his pocket, boy. So I don't think he done. He done been embarrassed a little too much. The doggone kids don't got embarrassed. Shedeur just got off the bench. Charlo is under the bench. All them primes ain't going down. Prime got something up his sleeve. He's not going out like that. He showed me something. So I'm watching to see what he gonna do. I almost gave up on. I always say Coach Prime is done. He's close, but they had his back against the corner against the wall. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe Coach Prime can put it off so they keep us a little entertained.
Yep. Uncle Steve?
Coach Prime, you did it. I don't think you're done. I commend you because it takes a lot for a man to go up there and make a decision like you did to go out and say, if you're gonna go out swinging. And that's what he's doing. He's going out swinging. And this is the way to do it. You bring fresh breath of air to your university. You're opening up things there. You're going to make some more changes. That's what people are begging for. And you're making the right calls. And now let those people cook. And I'm telling you, Coach Prime going to be smiling. What y'all going to see next year is this one here. Coach Prime going to be on 60 Minutes again because they're going to love it. They're going to be winning. They're going to talk about a man who had cancer, who beat cancer, who had all these other obstacles going on. And look what he revitalized the Colorado Buffaloes. So y'all get ready. This movie is just beginning, but Coach Prime, don't worry about the movie. Let's worry about winning. Get the winning. When you do the winning, everything else flows. Great job, Coach Prime. Great job, Coach Hart, and the rest of y'all Colorado Buffaloes. But, hey, you've only just started. This is a good start. Let's keep it moving. B Watch, y'all have your greatest podcast in the world, greatest chat in the world. Y'all be blessed. Watch these Cowboys do what Cowboys always do, and we're gonna have a blessed night. B Watch, you know what to do. Kick it.
BJ.
Are you practicing to practice, or you practicing to be great? Which way am I going?
Today's supposed to come. You on the way.